Oh, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to Adventures of Trendy Bee. It's Blessing here once again, and I'm here with a brand new video. Okay. A little bit different from the kind of videos I usually do, or the topics I don't really have a specific topic that I cover. I just go all around. That's why it's called Adventures of Trendy Bee. It's just general adventures of my life. Okay, for today's video, I want to talk about why I quit being a science teacher, a high school science teacher in New South Wales, because of my belief in God. Well, a lot of you may know me as just a fashion designer, and I'm not surprised. Well, I've been doing this fashion designing business for 14 years, but I had another career, a totally different career path. My background, my college degree was actually medical science. So I went to the university here in New South Wales, University of Western Sydney, and I studied medical science at Campbelltown campus. I did some unit at what's the other campus? There's another campus in Richmond. So I did units all over, like different campuses of UWS in Sydney. I actually did several units in up to like 5 different campuses. Sometimes I had to do some units at Parramatta campus. I did some unit at Kingswood, and then I did some at there's another UWS campus in where is it? Bankstown. I feel like I've done like units in basically all the UWS campus in New South Wales, and then I did some units at the campus in Richmond. So yes, I studied medical science, and I went ahead to do masters of teaching because I wanted to be a science teacher, and my area, or a high school science teacher, my area of specialization was chemistry and biology because that was like one of my majors when I did my undergrad. So now I went ahead to do my postgrad, master of teaching, high school teaching, in biology and chemistry. Yeah, so that was my background, and it was going fine. And I wasn't really very passionate about it, but I didn't mind having an alternate career. You wonder how was I able to combine that with my designing, because I was doing both concurrently. I was running my business and I was also doing all this studying, and then it was always confusing for people because you see me as a designer, you wouldn't know like I'm doing such a serious degree, medical science, master of teaching. So there's always that like contrast. So when I tell some of my customers that only know me as a fashion designer, you know what? Like I actually study medical science. I'm doing my master of teaching. I'm a science teacher, high school science teacher, biology and chemistry. They were like, no way. I'm like, well, that's the reality. And then at school, people don't know I'm a fashion designer. Yeah. And then when I try to tell people, you know what, I'm actually a fashion designer. I have a big business that I've been running for several years. I have a lot of clients and I do shows, fashion shows, and I do this design. They were like, no way, how can you be a fashion designer? What are you doing here? Like it doesn't correlate, right? Because fashion designing is like in the art side, and then here I'm also in the science side as well. But that was my reality. So people don't always believe me, but that was my reality. Okay. So, but the truth in my heart, I knew I wasn't really super passionate about science teaching. But I was like, well, I'm just going to do that. Like, it's better not to put all your eggs in one basket. It's good to have two career paths. And yeah, my passion was designing. My alternate career path was science teaching. Yeah, so I went ahead, did the Masters of Teaching, and I did my placement in Lunia High School in Liverpool City Council. And it was good. I met amazing teachers, and they told me how, like, when I'm done with my placement, they're gonna help me get a job there. And I made like good contact. I was able to network with the teachers, and I became really good friends with the teacher. I think I met the, I don't know, the principal of the school, and I gave her some gift, and they did tell me like when I'm ready I can come back and apply and this that that. I'm like, okay, sounds like a good place, not bad, not a bad idea. But I've always had that conflict because I'm a born again Christian. I have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, with the Holy Spirit. A lot of the science ideas is in direct conflict with my belief, and here I am, I'm expected to teach these science principles to students, these principles that are in contrast with what I believe in as a Christian. And when I say I believe in, I'm convinced, I know it for sure. And I couldn't just get myself to be able to do that. And I said I would be lying to this student. How would I teach this to this student when I know it's not true? I know it for sure because I have had personal spiritual encounters. And this is going to be a story for another day. I have seen Jesus in a dream. I have had spiritual encounters that has convinced me that God is real, Jesus is real, the Holy Spirit is real. And now everything that I believe in, that I've been convinced about, I have to teach against it as a science teacher. And I said, well, not me. I can't change it. I can't change the curriculum. I can't change these topics because it goes deep, 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 deep. But I won't be the one to mislead people. And right there, the seed was sown in my heart. I knew that I couldn't do this job. I knew I was going to fumble. I knew that I would stay in class and instead of teaching them about evolution, I was going to tell them, guys, it's a lie. There was no such thing as evolving from ape to human, Homo sapien, Homo habilis, Homo whatever, Homo erectus. I was going to tell them, guys, it's a lie. God created Adam and Eve, and God has put that seed that each time a man meets a woman, you're able to procreate. A procreate means you're a procreator, right? God has put that formula in. Like, so how did it become evolving from one state of being to the other? If that was the case, it's been how many years now? Because you could see, like, when you go to some of the archaeological side, and they've been able to assume like bodies dating 10,000 years, and they look like humans, right? You go to Egypt, they have all the mummies there. So let's say there's been bodies existing for 10,000 years. Why has that state of being not evolved now? Why have we all now not turned to some different weird animal? Since science is saying we evolve, when is the next time we're going to evolve to something else? If they're saying like you evolved from a lower form of being until you became Homo erectus, why have we not evolved from Homo erectus to Homo something else? Homo sapien, or evolved to something else, maybe like Homo dragon or whatever? Because it's a lie. Or how often does the evolution happen? 10,000 years, 20,000 years? It's been more than 10,000 years now. Why have we not evolved yet? So I was not going to be able to teach that. I knew I was going to convince those students and tell them about God and tell them to read the Bible. And the principal was going to fire me. I knew they were going to fire me. So there was no point. There was just no point. So I just decided, I said, look, this is not for me. I don't need to go and get fired in several high school, and they're soon going to ban me. Before they're going to ban me, I'm going to reject them. I quit. Yeah. I quit being a science teacher in New South Wales because of my belief in God. And I was never going to teach something false because I know it's false. So, yeah, that was my story. So now you guys know that Blessing the fashion designer is also a qualified science teacher. She's just not practicing. Maybe in the future, I don't know. I just can't. I can't. And chemistry, maybe I could specialize in chemistry. I don't know. But I don't like chemistry that much, but it doesn't matter anyway. But for science, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, that's my little story. Yeah. I love God too much to teach a false message, to teach a false principle. I would give up anything for my belief in God. Yeah. And if, well, I'm still on the journey, God is still training me and teaching me, and no one has achieved perfection yet. We're all still on the journey to perfection, and yeah. All right, guys. Have any of you ever had like conflict of beliefs, like maybe something you're really convinced about and then you have to teach the opposite? Would you give up something because it's against your belief, it's against your integrity? Would you, even if it was worth billions of dollars, would you walk away from it because you know it goes against your belief? Well, I did, and I'm willing to do it all over again. I do not regret it. Alright guys, thank you for sticking around to watch my video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.